Oh, it didn't even occur to me. Hey, Lalo, you know how we're splitting donos?
No, so what you said was 1/3 up until the struggle session. And then we weren't splitting it going forward.
No, you said we were resuming splitting it going forward. You need the
No.
200 and resuming splitting it. You
What?
can check back. That was your negotiation.
Well, let's clip it. Let's get decentralized to clip all that.
So, where's my
But even if
1/3
we're
of your
not
Channel D
splitting it,
stuff?
the dono went to Grace, not to you.
No. Then why'd he send it to my cash app? He had hers. He wanted me to tell Grace because he was mad at Grace.
He sent, well, it was our stream that made it, right?
Yeah.
So any money I make on your stream is now.
Am I gonna get a third and he gets a third?
Okay, so you're saying 1/3 of the entire trip, everybody pulls everything together. That was the understanding?
No, 1/3 of all the donos
Well, that's what you
made.
were saying.
That's what you said.
It didn't work for you anymore, and then
Well,
you changed.
no,
Yeah.
you guys
terms
changed
of
it because then you didn't want to do anything. and
No,
then
no,
Grace
your
agreed to 1/3.
negotiations were, we continue everything as it's been, plus I get $200. That's what you told me in that lobby over there.
That was Damius. Right?
No, Damius sent you the 200, but you said we keep everything as it's
So
been,
a common theme here is
which
that
would
there's no
include a third of the
continuity
donos.
in the logic.
Yeah,
So-
you make the logic work.
There was a new
however
covenant.
You want to make it work for you. And act
Well,
like a
everybody
bitch.
wants it to work for
And
themselves.
act
It's not a
like
big deal.
bitch whenever it doesn't like overabundantly work for you.
Well, so I'm down to split a third of the donos so far with you because that was our arrangement. So can we get the 2/3 of the
2/3?
Channel D? Well, yeah, because you get a third, I get a third, he gets a third, right? That's the idea.
I thought you guys are a
Keep a
single
third.
entity.
Well,
Are you
yeah,
gonna
so
split
we
bank
make
accounts?
2/3, then fine. We take 2/3, you take 1/3.
That makes no sense.
No,
I
you
see
said, you
what you're
said when
doing.
you were sleeping in our room that we couldn't be in because you behaved poorly, that you should also get a third of the donos
The behavior has no bearing on the
during
donos.
that. Right, okay. So it has no bearing. So, okay. So you deserve 1/3 of that. That's what you told me.
No, I'm fine with not getting any of the donos you guys made on your stream on
Right,
your
because
behalf.
now
and
it
that
works
cash
for you. So, like,
I'm not even
now-
sure how much they made before the struggle session, so I'm taking
Why
a
would
chance.
it matter? Why would it matter? If the deal
Because-
is the deal.
That's not what the deal was at all. In fact, you didn't even want her to give me the 1/3 prior to the struggle session. She made that decision
Okay,
herself.
well, she made
now
the
you want
decision to
benefit
give it
off
to
of.
you. And then now you're like, oh, let's not talk about that because now
I'm free to talk
it
about
doesn't work for me.
it. Nuh-uh. I
So
don't know
wait,
which
so I
feels
agreed
better.
to you 1/3 of the donos, which I assume means 1/3 to me, 1/3 to him, 1/3 to you, correct?
Or 2/3 to us, 1/3 to you.
Whatever, however you want to see it. We're an entity, we get
Okay.
2/3. Okay, so I agree to that. We have a breakdown. You say, in order for me to come back on stream, I need $200 up front, which Damius did send to me that I sent to you. Plus, I need it to stay the same as it was before. Okay,
Not
so
really.
I agreed. Well, you
No,
said
you didn't
that.
agree to that.
You said that.
No, you agreed to 1/3 up until that given point.
No, that's what I had been saying, but then you said the only way I'll come back on stream is if we continue the way things have been going.
Not true.
You
I
literally
think I threw
said
that
to
out
me.
there, then it didn't work, and then I just agreed to the 200 up front so I
No.
could pay for the 2 nights at the hostel plus the plane back. And that's what I used it on.
No, so you're leaving here with like a couple $100 in your pocket.
Maybe.
You didn't pay shit, and you didn't produce the content.
That was up to Channel D and Damius and those folks. I don't control them, they're adults. I respect their decision, okay?
Right, okay, but like, Grace didn't have to give you that $200. She could have kept it.
What 200?
The $200. Why-
Oh, if she
why
stiffed
is-
Damius, then yeah, and then she wouldn't get any money from him going forward. I mean, that's a risk he can
Well-
take. It's up to him if he don't knows or not.
Well, she had no incentive to give it to you, but she did it because it was the right thing to do.
No, I specifically asked that as a demand, as had. She really just said that 2 minutes ago. So,
But we didn't think you were going to make any content, and we were right. You didn't make any content.
It's true.
You just took care of yourself.
Yeah,
that
You're a
is the
selfish
content.
asshole.
That's the dynamic. I'm not
that's
that
the
mean.
content.
The content
Yes.
is you being an asshole.
This is the content is me, because if I were nice, this wouldn't be a struggle.
Why don't you
session to
make
be
some
had.
more content and fuck off then?
Okay, store 'em
Yeah,
up.
go be a whatever. Go walk off, stomp off, and go.
He lost the argument, chat. One's in chat.
Go stimulate your.
Who won the
nipples
argument?
a
Type in the
hotel
name of
until
who won the argument.
Plane leaves.
He never started a stream of his own, by the way. I mean,
never said
I
that.
have to say that's up to the people who donated. They don't care if he doesn't make content. Okay.
Yeah, they want to fund a selfish asshole. No. They got what they paid for, right, Lalo? That's your product. You're
Yeah.
a selfish prick.
Not that bad, guys. Come on, donos. Nah. I sense a lot of resentment, and I understand that. I feel your pain.
Because you're an asshole.
I feel your pain, Ben.
But you say like I'm an asshole, and that's my brand.
Not at
Give me
all.
more money to keep doing this.
I'm just
Yeah.
leaning into it because I think it's funny. I'm not actually a bad person at all. So.
No, that's what. No, but you're saying like I'm Machiavellian. W me. I got $200.
That was like what I
I
said
didn't
2
produce
weeks
any
ago.
content.
I'm not really
Damia
into it.
says,
Worksheet.
Damia says, Lalo was supposed to make content with the Thorps. Lalo is at fault.
You
Okay,
can't
Davis.
tell me that I cucked the content. I told you.
It was
I
Adam
told
and
you
Lalo
what-
who
I
cucked the
took-
content.
I told you what you could have done for content, and you're too good for that, right?
Depends. There's a lot of different scenarios. Look, if Davis doesn't want to give me any more money, I won't be complaining.
Well, you say you're going to spend a year doing YouTube, right?
Good.
Okay, but you suck at creating content.
I'm pretty
You're
good.
like the most foul imaginable creator. Take money.
Foul?
Take money, fuck people over, fuck your own audience over.
See, if we're looking at the bridge burning, it's been on your guys' behalf towards everybody else. And the common denominator is exactly who's saying that I'm the person that's foul. See how that makes sense?
No, the common denominator is you acting like an asshole.
Nuh-uh. I don't really think so.
Well, the people who gave you money think so. Is that not relevant?
Damius? Yeah, Octavius, maybe.
Apart from
They
us,
gave you money and they think
Apart
what
from-
you did is just pocket it and not do anything on their like that they wanted.
I can stream on my own, especially with the free time I'm going to have in a few days.
But
It'll
you
be great.
didn't, and you had plenty of free time.
you didn't.
Yeah, but like, what would I film? Like, here, I'm at the hostel lobby.
Exactly, you suck. You have nothing to say except, haha, I'm an asshole. So go say it somewhere else.
True. You suck as a creator.
Go get it from somebody else. The only reason you know Damius Octavius is because he knows us.
And I'm grateful for that. Thank you.
Yeah, and that's the last of that.
Suffer, Damius.
He knows that his content is shit. Apart from us, how would you say the content was yesterday that you provided?
That doesn't make sense. I mean, it's kind of a tandem. That doesn't really work, does it?
Well, you're going to take a gap here, and you're going to try to leech off us like you did.
Not really.
on this trip. Yeah, no, yeah, definitely not.
All right.
Really.
Damia
Definitely.
says, to make up for it, Lalo, I'll pay Grace $50 to slap you. You get no money.
What? What did you just say?
He says to make it up to him, he'll pay me $50 to slap you. And you get none of it.
That's so stupid. Of course not.
No, he's a selfish asshole.
That's what I thought.
Why?
Because you suck.
Why would I let her hit me for nothing in return? That's stupid.
Because Damius thinks you suck and screwed him over.
That's too
You
bad.
think that's
I did 2
heavy?
rounds of boxing in good faith. I thought I only had to do 1, and he didn't give me the 40 anyway. So I was stiffed if you want to think about it that way.
Yeah. If you want to think about it that way, I'm not going to think about it that way. 'Cause that's
Your choice. It's a free country. Resentment is free.
Damia says, I paid $200. It's time to earn it, Lalo.
The fuck? It's too bad.
That's the response you'll get, Damius. Kick him in the balls. How about you spank Lalo? Lalo kept disappearing yesterday. Damia says, be a man of your word, Lalo.
What I say, it was 200 just to get back on the stream that one time. That's what it was.
No. I said in Discord,
And for me to film with you guys. For
I said to make content with the Thorps until Monday,
Yeah,
correct?
I'm here.
So how do you rate the content you made?
It was
out
great.
Of
I
10?
had a lot of fun.
No, the content. I don't care what you felt like.
True. It was pretty good.
Out of 10.
8.
8. What do you guys think? How has the Lalo content been out of 10?
Thank you, Juno. 10.
6, 10.
10.
Lalo and Ben's struggle sessions were 9.
So true.
10, 6.
12.
10,
Let's fucking
2,
go.
12.
Let's go.
Lalo getting
Let's go.
punched was a 10. 8, 4, 9, 7,
I saved the content
8,
the first day I was
2,
even here.
9, 8. 8 is fair, especially getting punched. Give crack says 2.
I
Yikes.
can't see your chat.
7,
Give crack. I can't see your chat.
20. Content was ass. I'd give it a 0 if I could.
Suppa. Lalo was the whole I agree.
Overall, Cali trip has been great. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's true. But, like, I'm saying Lalo specifically. 2 after I paid 209 with the struggle session.
Well, there you go. That worked. That's
I agree.
Balance it out.
I agree. The struggle session was good. You know, the funny thing is, when Lalo gets paid, he stops providing good content.
Not true.
Interesting. No, that's pretty
The
true.
Patriots just haven't been pulling the strings in the right way.
You weren't getting paid, and you got punched in the face, and
I
did
did
a
the whole
great
boxing
struggle
thing.
session. Then you
That's
got
not
paid,
true.
and you got lazy.
Nuh-uh. I was the needed villain. That's what I'm talking about. I get the nature of things.
Lalo getting punched was good. You know, you guys don't understand everything that goes into that. Did he get punched? Yeah. But who had to sit there on the phone with Adam's dad? Me. Who brought Adam over? My dad. You guys don't realize the behind this. I have to sit there on the phone with this guy. And who's coming over? Some people we met at the hostel. They're gonna be chill. Well, just remember, if they do anything wrong, I'm going to, like, it's not okay. I'm going to sue. Okay, yes, we'll be totally chill. If sit there while Adam's passing out on the sidewalk from how much he's drank. But no, it was Lalo. It was all Lalo.
That's the perception, and Grace, I think what you need
To
to
fucking
say to
Uber
them,
his fat ass probably cost more because he's so fucking fat.
He's
Uber him
fat.
up the hill to the
Did he
fucking.
offer to repay?
No,
What? What?
of course
I
not.
think he should.
I'll tell you.
He should.
Okay, Grace has a
Forever.
pocket forever. Look,
Fuck off.
thank you. All right.
Well, but it is kind of fair because he did get the Uber back and one like a scooter for me and him, and I didn't pay him back for that. So we're kind of even on the transportation thing so far.
Look, you are feeling unappreciated, and the chat hasn't picked up on that. I'm getting all the vitriol. Now, the chat is making you feel content, yeah?
No,
Okay, what is it?
Well, you screwed over our chat. We'd prefer if you screw over your chat, but you don't have a chat. You don't have fans, and it's because you suck.
Now, could you do what I did to another stream, or would they not let you on?
what do you mean? What you
Well,
did
let's
to another
qualify a
stream?
difference here, because he's saying that I'm lazy, yes?
No, that you're
I just think you're
a
selfish
bad
asshole.
creator who's more concerned with his ego and money than actually being creative or making good content. That's why you don't stream, because you did stream and you had like, what, 40, 50 viewers, and you felt like you were too good for it. You were insecure.
That was good.
You thought
no,
you thought you deserved more viewers, and you
I
stopped
like
streaming.
that. No, I like that stream.
Well, then how come you didn't do it again?
Because I felt
You were
like...
too busy?
Well, part of it, but I do think
No.
that I will do it this summer. I think that there's a lot of potential to be made, especially on
Definitely,
King.
buddy.
Look, call my bluff. I don't care. What do I lose? Nothing.
You are not going to
just
stream
say
this
no.
summer. You had the content opportunity of a lifetime yesterday. Adam was up. He was bored. You could have spent $20 getting him an Uber to Hollywood Boulevard. Walked over there and met him. Got him a
Right,
Red
it's
Bull and a
dangerous.
coffee.
Wait, what do you have?
And
Met up
you
with me by
and
myself.
got in the tandem. Yeah, because you're a big boy, right? You're a big
No, I'm
boy.
saying
You
what
can
he
handle
agreed
it.
to.
He's a
Going out in
baby.
public
He's
with
a baby.
somebody.
He's
If
a
you
baby.
wanted to stream, that would be like when I was with Darius. If he had said like, I don't know, there was nobody else interesting there, but like if Nadouche had woken me up and said like, there's a streamer who's over there. If we pay $20 to go get an Uber, we can go late night, and I'm up, and I'm
Okay,
like,
what if that
no,
streamer hit
I don't
you
think
like
so.
2 days prior? Then what? And he was also drunk, like he was the time he hit you.
So you were afraid he was going to hit you?
Yeah, I don't want to get in a fight with someone. Problem?
You're a pussy,
Okay.
big fat pussy.
A big old fat pussy. Okay. Not seething, by the way.
You're a pussy. You say, I want to do content. I don't see it, bro.
So you want content where there's no attention?
So you meet
Well,
up with him. If
no,
he hits you, you
that's a
call
great
the
question that
police.
Ben
He's
just
not going to
gave
hit you. You've seen the texts from him. He's not gonna hit anybody unless it's on his dad's property. He literally said that.
Yeah, this is dad's.
And you're streaming, he's gonna hit
He's
you
never fought outside
in
of his
public.
dad's property. That's
in
true.
public,
It's never happened before.
even if he does, so call the cops. He's not gonna kill you.
On
He's like a
stream?
twig. He's like a drunk stick
On stream,
insect.
I'm not gonna call the cops on stream. That's stupid. Okay, so Ben posed a really dumb question that I want to bring up. So he said, "Do you believe in not having tension on stream?" Now, by definition, me being here is tension. I could go walk away, and he asked me to like 3 times, and I didn't listen because I like the tension. I like the chat. So then, what's your response?
Timu George Michael.
Okay. I just think you live in an autistic universe. I think it sucks.
It's tough.
Adam is not a functional human being. Lalo can't handle him alone. Oh, but I can? Oh, but I went lots of different places with him, late at night, during the day,
Yeah.
over to his house in his bedroom, but this big fat pussy
You're more
can't?
hungry than me. I'm the fat one, but you're more hungry than me, and everybody knows that.
I
Which is why you're upset. You
Literally
care
was
more.
totally at his beck and call. I took an Uber to his house, uninvited, twice.
Everyone can see you're not hungry. We get it. One look at you.
True.
That is not a hungry person. That is someone who
A female?
has quite the opposite. Not enough hunger.
Okay.
Definitely true.
All right.
No controversy there.
Yeah.
No one's gonna say he's got that lean and hungry zone. Say quite the opposite.
Now they look at both of us and be like, these guys need to skip a lot of meals. And I'll tell you, the resentment, I feel like it'll die down soon enough. It's just like, there's nothing I can really do to make you
Grace,
happy.
you chose all that with Adam. Yeah, I don't care about that. The point is, people were saying, oh, Adam's not reasonable. You can't meet up with him alone. Okay, but I did, like, 5 times.
He doesn't care. He wouldn't meet up with Patience alone.
That's
He
true.
would meet up with Justin alone.
Why not?
Because he needs mom.
Don't feel like it. It's not a mommy thing.
Yeah.
Not at all.
You never got talked with me.
Sorry?
You never got your friend the other day, the one with the little jacket. Like you never. Other than that, when he saw that I wasn't reacting like tough, like that was the only physical interaction he had. Like I did notice that.
He only gets really.
Oh,
when
yeah.
His dad is there.
Yeah.
His dad's.
His dad freaks him out, and plus he feels
like-
safer in his house.
It's this like very,
That's
very, very.
anybody though. Like when they're protectors or the person who can get them bail them out.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying it's a bad thing.
I don't think he would fight anybody just randomly. Because he's smart enough. He said, I don't want the cops called on me. Like, he would
Yeah.
just get the cops called on him and go to jail, and it's like not even like a joke.
Because LA jails, bringing up OJ again, because of OJ, if something happens inside a house, you go to jail immediately. Like it doesn't matter. You're going to jail. You have to see a judge. There is no you're being detained for a few hours for fingerprint. No, the judge is going to decide whether you get to leave or not. Because I guess OJ beat his wife so many times they didn't really do anything until she died. And literally, and it happened like where one guy accused me just touching him. I'm like, really? I went all the way.
Yeah, I believe it.
I'm like, we're not partners or anything. It's just a dude. It happened inside out. It's a domestic violence dispute.
So it's actually worse if it's in your home. But those guys think they're protected.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's domestic violence if the person's not living. Or maybe they're broadened it. It's usually like roommates or family. Or what family means. We're all family.
We're all related.
It doesn't even say like third cousin.
Well, I say we hit the road. Thank you for packing up the bike, by the way.
It's in the,
Storage room?
yeah, so the chargers are in the bag. Then
Yeah.
there's the 2 batteries, all of it's in the basket. And,
If I see a hardware store, I know what I need to get. Allen key.
Let me grab my glasses, maybe.
Yeah.
The way the Allen keys work, you usually get like a bunch of them.
Uh-huh.
And they're either metric or standard, which means like,
Centimeters or inches or whatever.
they're like millimeters or inches.
Uh-huh.
Or they may have numbers, I don't know. Then they make where you have both. But you really only need
Whatever. Those are cheap $5.
But also, Patience can get us access at 5. So
Yeah.
that might be the way to go. But if I see a Dollar
I
Tree,
think it'd be
I
better
would.
just to use, yes, any toolbox is going to have
Yeah.
its own set. Because then we got to travel with it too.
I know, and yeah, right.
Right?
Yeah, and also electrical tape. If I see like a Dollar Tree or something, it's some electrical tape.
No, they'll have it here.
They'll have it. Okay. Oh, right, okay.
But I would just tell Butt Boy to piss off.
Really, for the day? Why? Because he's making money off us.
Make his own. I just think it sucks. I mean, it's chat's fault, but like, why continue to abuse our chat? You know.
Well, here's the thing.
Use your own chat. Do it on your own stream.
I
If
agree.
you want to be a jerk and say like, haha, I got money for you for doing nothing. Which of course you could have done too. You could have kept the 200 and been like,
I could have, but I didn't want to alienate Damius more than I cared about giving it to Lalo.
well, you could have said, I gave it to Lalo. And you know what I mean? There's a million things you could have done.
True, yeah.
And said like, I gave you the 200 where, you know, it must not have come through yet.
Oh, well, let me ask the chat.
But-
Let me ask the chat. I agree
we
that...
tend to be like honest and straightforward. And I don't think we were really vouching for Lalo at that point. Like, he's going to bring it. I was like, this guy sucks. I'm not giving it.
Well, let me
He
ask the
gave it,
chat.
and I would just say, well, did you learn your lesson? Like, maybe we were right.
Yeah.
You got ganked, but like, I don't see where you're going to continue to give that person access.
Put a 1 in the chat if you want Lalo today. Put a 2 if not.
Look at that big backpack they got. That's a monster.
Yeah.
See that big waistband?
Yeah.
That's so you can go all day with it because you put the weight on your hips.
All right, let me check the chat. 112 1112 12
I would say-
22 1111 1222221 1
I would say
1222.
I would say he should
Split.
apologize. You know what I mean? Like in the sense of saying like, all right, do something interesting now. You know?
I'll put it to him. Do something interesting.
Or apologize to chat, but he feels like, oh, I took advantage of you. Hee hee.
Yeah,
Well, I think he deserves a slap.
I agree. Although I think that's kind of, we already did that. It should be something else.
Maybe from Justin.
I'd like to see Patience slap him. That's what I'd like to see. Patience has got a nice big hand
Oh yeah.
right across
Good
the
crack.
sucker. The smacker.
I think he would enjoy it after spending like the day with Lalo yesterday.
I lost my other pair of sunglasses.
I need sunglasses too. We should get some somewhere. Lalo
Dude,
needs
you
to
are
be punished by work.
overdressed. 3 layers?
Yeah, this is crazy.
I don't know. I like my light sweater. I don't like.
This is like, this weather is like LA winter.
Well, we'll be closer to the beach. It's a lot cooler than there.
It is true. Hey,
I could bring a.
he's a big boy. He knows what he's doing.
No, I mean, hey, it's up to you.
I would just be, even the black t-shirt, I'd be like, oh, I wish I had a white t-shirt. That's
I get sunburn if it's white. If it's black, I'll get hotter, but at least it'll block the sun. If it's white, it'll absorb it, and I'm getting a sunburn under.
You think you'd get a sunburn for your t-shirt?
It's outward. Yeah, if you wear a white t-shirt, you're in direct. Like this is like being outside all day.
Is
Yeah,
he
I got
going to a
sunburn under.
2006 Paramore concert?
Yeah, Marilyn Manson actually.
Is that your thing? Is like horror movie t-shirts?
That's what I have. Yeah, mostly black t-shirts. Let me get this sweater, guys.
You know what they're starting to do? They're starting to say they're going to donate to Lalo's Cash App to spite you.
Yeah. I mean, support the LGBT community.
We are in LA. Hey man, look, Lalo is what Lalo is, but I'm not gonna kick him out.
Kick him out of what?
The content. Personally.
I would take the bike, him take the scooter, and just, sorry, bro. I don't know why you wouldn't use the bike that you have. But if you want to walk, Amy, you're doing it to appease him because you're like, it's too hard for poor little baby to rent a scooter.
No, that's not true. That's not true. Because Justin said his scooter only goes for an hour, so then at that point he would be walking and I would be on the bike.
Well, it's still a scooter though.
Yeah, let me ask him about that. If he can ride it just as a scooter, then okay, just walk off and you fucking cocksucker. Oh my god. Alright. Just walk off. What a fucking asshole. Ooh. I need to go to that convenience store. Yeah, I have the key. How much for a Diamond or Ava meetup? Well, I can't make Ava come down here. She is non-tent. But I also can't make Diamond meet up with me, but I could maybe... She lives in Palm Springs. I would love to meet her. She said she'd text me, but I gave her my number. Maybe she forgot. I could DM her on Discord. It's not a bad idea. I want to go get it. I want to get a dress. A nice linen dress, maybe some sandals. I don't really care if they want to come or not. Just Diamond. Hey, never got your text, but any chance you'd want to link up? I'm bored, lol. I know you're far away, but could be fun. Just let me know. We need to drag Adam out of his rat palace. Poll ended. Stream with Lalo. Yes, 73%. No, 27%. Okay. Well, then it has been decided.
Well, no sweater. I looked in the basement, someone took it.
Just give me a sec, setting some stuff up. If you were to take your scooter, can you ride it just like as a scooter? when it's dead? Okay, it's not too heavy. Okay.
Like everybody charger can stick that in your bag.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
It won't fit here.
No, definitely put it in my bag. I have almost nothing. Okay, so then I would like to take my bike then. Not yet, but it's totally bikeable.
Good, I guess with you streaming, this will get me like out of my shy shell and into my
Yeah.
dumb shell. That would be the place to do it. Especially without taking it in photo.
Do you have a YouTube channel?
No. I'd
But
have
you
to
watch
make-
YouTube.
I'd have to make one, yeah, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to. I don't want to use my name.
Right. Right.
Yeah. People-
Have you ever considered making a kick?
Yeah, and it's not that I just don't know what the identity from it is because it's like if I if I put Justin, that's I don't know, I'm putting too much thought into it, but it's just like I just don't know what the marketeer is, what I would do.
Oh. Well, you can change it. It's not like permanent once you make the account. Like, you don't have to pick one thing for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Grace is Andrew Tate, a fucking dirty pimp like her father. Pimp? I'm a pimp for kick. Pimp.
Yeah, but we could Westwood's a cool area to start in because one, he can get back to LAX easy from that area. The OJ thing, near that Maryland cemetery thing. I just didn't want to go in there and just be all loud and because then it's
Yeah.
walk up, well, you guys have to leave and then you'll have to put me. Yeah, that means you too. And I'm just-
Yeah. Do you know how old that coffee isn't old, right? It just hit my
It's just
stomach.
from today.
It
It's
just,
also particularly strong.
it just made me feel like nauseous. Ugh.
Yeah, what else was on
Sorry.
I see.
No, it just got a weird wave of nausea.
Oh, you wanted to hit me?
Not yet.
You're gonna have a baby. Baby Jude.
Jude is a pretty name.
Yeah, Jude is
I was gonna sing that to you in karaoke, but I forgot.
Yeah, so you should. You know, when I first moved to America, I thought people were making fun of me. Right? I was going to school, and they would call my name in class, and then the students, you know how to call their sentence, and then the students would go, "Hey, Jude," and I'm like, at first I was like, okay, it's cute, and then I'm like, okay, now it's getting annoying.
Yeah.
Because everybody would be like, "Hey, Jude," I'm like,
Well, not many people are named Jude. Like, it's an older
exactly.
name.
So I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I got to a point where I went to the teacher. I'm like, I don't know why, but the students are making fun of me. And then she's like, what do you know? Like, they kept saying, look at the students go, "Hey, Jude," and then they do all these funny, and then she's like, "Oh, sweetheart, it's a song." I'm like, oh, and then she bought me a CD, and then
It's a nice song. I like it.
But the person who the song is about isn't even named Judy. Like, their name's Julie.
Really?
It's the guy singing it is singing to the other bandmate's son because he was going through a divorce and he was kind of a dick to his son and kind of abandoned him, and he was just telling him it's gonna be okay. Like, wrote a song.
Yeah.
Like he didn't want to put his real name because he didn't want to get in the public attention, so he put Jude, hey Jude. Yeah, it's not a love song about a girl. It's like someone telling me he can't go through a divorce.
I'm gonna move myself inside. It's kind of hot out here.
It's the Beatles song.
Not feeling well? Well, look. Maybe we can do it later if this is the heat, the sun, your feet.
No, I had that coffee, and I don't think it's the coffee, but I just think my stomach is feeling sensitive. I just got a wave of
So we can just
nausea.
take it slow.
Probably eating would help, but like I don't really feel like eating, but I don't know.
Do you want to just go to the Taco Bell or the convenience store or something?
Sure, yeah.
You can see how you feel.
Yeah.
I just need my socks, the little Snickers.
Yeah, okay.
I can go with you. Because we need lunch anyways.
Yeah.
It's like today no one's providing free lunch.
Where is the chicken and rice?
Oh, we had a deal around here. You know, because, I mean, we're chilling. This guy's being what he's being.
He's in chat saying, I saw him texting her.
What's up, boss man?
Oh, what a little creep. Yes, Lalo, I text my father.
I mean, this behavior is just so.
So fucking
Totally
autistic.
autistic.
Holy Oh, Ethiopian restaurant. That
Yes, that'd be a good idea.
I would go there.
Sunglasses on, headphones on, chatting in a stream that's going on in the same room. and there's no like, hey, you know, maybe this doesn't make sense. Maybe I should make sense of this.
No.
Just complete moron behavior.
No, yeah.
Open. No desire to like make it make sense. Just double down on idiocy and expect that somehow this is the path to success.
Yeah.
You know, this guy, his idea was he's going to take a gap year from college
And do content.
and YouTube with you.
Yeah.
And so he's like, yeah, but
Headphones aren't even on.
the deal is I'm gonna start that out by being a complete a-hole
Yeah.
who just openly defies all social norms.
It's like, can I clarify
That should
something?
work out well.
It's not even so much about being an a-hole. Like that can be funny, but it's like
It
there's
can be
a
funny
lack
if like
of
there's a little wink
basic-
at the end of it, but if
Yeah.
you're just like, no, seriously, that's what I am.
That's it.
I came into your chat and stole their money, and that's hilarious. Bye, I win. And it's like, see ya, bro. Don't let the door hit you on your way out.
Yeah.
And there ain't no oopsie later. It's like you've had days and days to try to make sense of it. And it's just, nope. Not doing it. No explanation at all. No like, yeah, I understand. I'm having some trouble processing this, but I get where you're going. It's just smile, like humorless smile, laugh, a mirthless laugh, and just keep on trucking. It's like, okay. What do you say to that?
There's nothing to be said.
enjoy living that way. You know, he's doing a job this summer.
What? What's the job?
He's got a job as like in college, $4,000 a month,
Really?
which is decent. It's not that much. He's gonna stay living with his parents, and then he's planning to go to law school. Also, while living with his parents, to a local law school, right? That is gonna cost him nothing. And like that is a plan. I get it. It's just like this thing of like I'm all about me. But it's Loserville.
Do you
So
feel
you're
bad
gonna
for
be. He's 21 now. He's gonna be 22 after his gap year. Obviously not school. Then 3 years of law school. 25 years old, living with his parents.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a few bucks in his pocket in his bank account, but like, you know, not doing much work to get through law school because it's not very competitive. But also not going. This is part of the pattern. Seems like a smart enough guy, but like chose a college to go to so he could remain living at home. Now he's choosing grad school to go to remain living at home, which is crazy, right? But since he's chosen that, he doesn't have to work hard undergrad to get into grad. It's just like a recipe for mediocrity, right?
Yeah. Do you feel bad for his dad though? That's what he raised, like suffer.
But nobody wins. Nobody wins, you know what I'm saying?
No, he wins. He gets to be a mediocre middle management lawyer.
Well, it wouldn't be middle management.
Well, middle of the road lawyer, pushing papers and being autistic. He's never gonna have love. He doesn't want it. He's autistic. Autistic people don't. They don't want to be big. Like, you have to have a soul in order to want more than just to keep your fat little body fed and, you know,
But
have your autistic life.
oh, I see. You're saying it's a life of celibacy.
Oh yeah, 100%.
He'll end up like.
Have you
Mel-
seen his girlfriend?
He'll end up like Melanie.
Yeah, but at least Melanie is a fairly nice social person, and she had a 15-year relationship. He's never gonna have that. He has no soul.
He'll have these people who are pretending. He'll have these people who want to have a boyfriend without any of the stress of an actual.
Yeah, I mean, look what he
man.
pulled a 3 out of 10 white girl who's like batshit crazy, and she's just super mid, like enjoyed mid all around.
No. But he didn't pull anything. There's no pulling. It's just a. It's a. Like, okay, you're my boyfriend. I'm your girlfriend. There's nothing here that's heterosexually. You know what I mean? There's no actual sexuality. It's just having a label for someone so that you. She's the mommy and he's the.
She's
autistic
100%
child.
the mommy, yeah.
There's no intimacy or tension or. anything.
How could there be? How could there be? I mean, the guy has no soul. There's no. I've heard him talk on the phone to her. It's the same way he talks to us. It's like.
No, I actually
It's
think,
crazy.
I actually think that with us, there is some tension because he's literally like petrified of me.
Yeah, that's why he's all the way over there.
But he doesn't. He's not going to say like, I do appreciate when we have those talks. It's like challenging to me, but it's good for me. He's just like never apologized for his behavior. Look at his little legs. It's like it's like baby feet and the baby legs.
Move and sit next to Lalo and have the conversation about him there.
But what's the point of all of this? To pretend that you're normal? Why not just embrace being who you are? You know what I mean?
I have no idea why Lalo makes any of this.
You want to spend your whole life pretending, but not actually really caring to pull it off? Pretending that you're like relatively normal?
Does he pretend he's normal though? Not really.
Not really.
I think you were right that he's deeply has deeply repressed homosexual tendencies, and I think this is what men turn into when they.
Well, I'm not a big fan of the homosexual lifestyle, but it's like, at least like you're gonna learn from experience, right? Here, you're just never gonna be who you are,
Yeah.
and you're just.
Always being.
I mean, I saw it with my dad. It's just you just get stuck. You don't grow. You don't think. Your brain stops working. Because why bother? Why bother using your brain? It's going to make connections that you don't like.
Mm-hmm.
So you just stop using your brain. And you become a buffoon.
Yeah. Which is.
And if the bills are paid, I guess. And you're not doing anything illegal, then I guess you could just keep cruising through.
Yeah. Some people have integrity.
But you don't think the dad's ever going to say, like, this sucks?
If he hasn't said it already, he's not going to say it.
So this is going to be this into the 30s, the 40s, the 50s? It's just going to have a maid clipping his toenails when he's 35 years old?
I mean, if you're his dad and you haven't already gotten rid of this, I don't think you're ever going to get rid of it.
I mean, you could say it's not like a total failure to launch, but it's not even an attempt to launch, right? It's not a failure to launch, it's just a refusal to launch.
It's bizarre.
Launch.
I don't even know what you would call it. A failure, a refusal.
Well,
to
it's a
launch?
path. You like what they say. Water takes the path of least resistance, right?
Yeah.
So you can predict where a river, water is going to flow. It's just going to flow towards the bottom, and if
Yeah.
something gets in its way, it just flows around it, right?
Uh-huh.
But human beings generally aren't like that, in the sense like whatever's easiest, they don't necessarily choose. Because there's the idea of overcoming challenges and maybe taking a risk, that might pay off, might not.
Yeah.
But I guess you can just become like, especially men, right? The idea is like
Of course, yeah. Yeah.
ambition, but you can just become like a droplet of water and just say like, well, it's easier for me to be a leech off my parents because they aren't strong enough to tell me to, right? But the problem with that is that,
Well, they raised him.
well, the problem with that is that like, it's a little bit like pornography, right? So like at first, young people were like, oh, cool. I win. I get to see. I don't have to, get a magazine, pay money, hide it. It's right there on the internet. But after a while, they're like, actually lost because this stuff is not good for me, and now I don't. Kind of gay. I don't know how to approach. You know what I mean? This became like a crutch.
Yeah.
But with this guy, so it's like, okay, the dad being like, you can stay here, because maybe like the divorce, whatever, he feels bad. But even if the dad says he's not saying like, you got to get out of here, wouldn't there be an urge of a son to say, well, I don't want to be a burden to you, but also it's not good for me
A healthy son, yes.
to, like, someone who's 21, you would think, but again, here we run into the other problem, would be looking to attract a mate. And that's the worst way to attract a mate. Literally the worst thing you can do is
Yeah, but-
live in a bedroom as a college graduate who's actually
Lalo
making
has-
money to
Lalo-
choose to live in a bedroom in your parents' house when you can get an apartment. Move
Lalo
to a city like
has-
LA or New York, right?
Lalo has so many worse things going on than the fact that he lives with his parents that it's in my opinion relatively low on the list of priorities of what to fix. That's like, wait, you could theoretically be a cool guy who's like, I'm saving up money to do X, Y, Z. I'm living with my parents, I'm gonna pay them back, but I need to save money for right now. Theoretically, could be possible. Especially if you and your dad
There could be
are okay
situations,
with it.
yeah.
It could be a situation. Could be. It's not an instant DQ.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm saying that's the least of his problems.
But he's just taking advantage of his father.
Yeah, and his father deserves it. Look at what he raised. But Lalo should want better for himself as a man, but he doesn't. They deserve each other. Just like Adam's dad deserves Adam.
Well, I'm saying yesterday he could have made some interesting content. Sure, there's a certain amount of risk, but he's like, no, I'm not going to, because I don't have to.
Yeah.
Because I can just leech off my parents.
Yeah.
And I just do I go to a lousy school, lousy grad school, get a lousy job at a lousy law firm, do a lousy job.
Yeah.
But it's enough that I'm not Adam, let's say, right?
That is
But I mean, he's
most-
clearly an alcoholic.
He's
You
a heavy
can't drink-
drinker. I wouldn't say he's an alcoholic.
You
He's a
can't
heavy
drink
drinker.
5.7 bottles of wine in a day and not have a drinking problem.
Yeah.
5.7 bottles of wine? You know how much alcohol that is?
It's a lot.
And that's when you're supposed to, that's when you just met. It wasn't really a drinking scene. We weren't really drinking.
A little bit, but not really, no. He was drinking it as soon as he got the France.
It wasn't like we were partying at a frat house. It's like
No.
you're just sitting there sucking literally gallons of wine into your system to be able to, at the end of 5.7 bottles of wine, be able to have a still fairly autistic interaction at night, which ended with you getting punched in the face.
No, that night didn't end up with him.
No, to go to a gay bar for a
Yeah.
half hour and then still freak out completely. So
Let's go to that convenience store. Yes, we got the speaker back.
I thought you were gonna get me my socks and shoes.
Oh, yeah. Can I leave the stream just on you? I'll leave it on this twig.
This is what mediocrity looks like, folks. But it's like a championing of mediocrity.
What is?
Like mediocrity is my superpower.
I don't think it's quite mediocrity, but you could make that case. I think it's more like just being a prick. Like an autistic asshole, so it's not even like really funny, it just sucks. Be right back.
Yes, sounds good.
The music is funny. Lady Killer.
Maybe you never gave it back to me.
Well, I refreshed the cards and I got 2 of them and I gave them to you, didn't I? Gave 1 to you? Maybe I left you out there? You don't have the card? You didn't put it in your shirt pocket or anything? I swear to God, I let myself in with your card.
Lighter. Museum equipment. Health insurance coverage.
I'm sure I'll find it. I'll just ask for a temporary card.
I don't know. Justin, you don't know of a guy, you know, like one of those little shops where the guy just like fixes stuff like without being a specialty. Is everything around here is gonna be expensive?
Just, yeah, around here, yeah.
You could go.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes in
Well,
like Spanish neighborhoods, there's just like a guy who's, you know, kind of like you bring in your broken TV and he might be able to fix it.
Nothing within this vicinity. Everything that I would know, I would say it is in the valley because it's all local,
Yeah.
so it's cheaper, you know. Whereas out here, you know, it serves, you know what I mean? It's more expensive.
There is an e-bike guy,
Mm-hmm. Where?
but it's like 24 to 48 hours. And
If you Google places that repair, I would definitely search around Van Nuys.
No way, that doesn't make any sense. We're not gonna
Maybe
keep
just put
it.
it on Craigslist. You know what I mean?
That I need something.
Someone
like
who's got a
this?
little bit of know-how and can just like hook it up, and it's got like a few tools and some electrical
You gotta
tape.
be careful because people might come to try to steal it, you know, because out here that's kind of common.
No, I mean that we would just go to this person and just like whatever, you know.
What's the plan with the bike though? Because we have it, but we're not gonna keep it. So
It's only $100 to ship. It's only $100 to ship a bike anywhere in the U.S.
okay. All right. Well,
Well, if you get a working e-bike, it's not like $500. That thing, make a tiny little profit on it, or just give it to you know, if just Justin or Pleasure wants it. Patience,
pleasure.
Precious.
What if he's watching the stream and he
Precious.
heard that?
I mean, there's lots of people who have just like a scooter who wouldn't mind upgrading. I mean, it'd be perfect for him because he does deliveries. If he just covered our costs, it's fine. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Autism. You found it?
Yeah, it was in the room.
I mean, I just think we could do better than this kind of interaction with this type of person.
Tell me about it.
And over in his world, it's like,
Wait, did he leave? Was that him?
yeah, I think he's just like he's catching a plane now. Like, that's it.
Never again.
It's interesting, but you know,
I am not feeling
definitely
good.
started at the bottom. He's actually better than a lot of folks because he didn't. The one before him was like, "You're a rapist. I'm gonna call the police on you." So it's like, you beat your daughter. I mean, hopefully he'll learn something at some point, but it seems like he's not interested in maybe revisiting his assumptions at this point.
It's a lost cause. So
I get it if your life is sort of working for you. You know, maybe. But there was some urge when he gets a few drinks in him to control himself.
yeah.
Explore some of this stuff, but then it just closes back up, I guess.
Yeah. Grace, get fake mad like you mean it. I just really have no feelings at this point. I'm just glad he's gone.
I have a feeling it's called hunger.
That's why we should go.
All right, so you're feeling like you might be up for a walk.
I
Maybe
can.
not.
I think I'm gonna have to say no on the big trip today. I'm sorry.